Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, hope you're well. So I'm back with another speed build. This time it's a commercial lot. So me and my boyfriend, we tend to like going to the cinema quite often. It's what we enjoy doing, it's one of our sort of date night activities. We like watching all the new films and different genres. And because of lockdown and quarantine, they've been closed, so I haven't been in months and I'm missing it quite a bit, so I decided to build one. I think it turned out okay. I mean, I don't know if it looks like a cinema you've been to. It definitely doesn't look like my cinema, but I did have a look on Pinterest just for sort of like a reference inspiration picture, and this is, I mean, kind of loosely based on the one that I chose. I didn't copy it exactly or anything, it was just kind of like to get an idea of how I wanted it to look. I think this is more kind of like American style looking one. I mean, I could be wrong, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's quite small. It's only got 4 screens, all of which are small. But it's more for kind of like the aesthetic and the idea really. And Sims don't really sort of go to the cinema. I feel like movie hangout stuff really missed a trick with that though. They sort of basically gave us some big TVs for our Sims to watch films for a tenner. But we're not salty, it's fine. But I just think they could have, you know, added the aspect of actually going to a cinema and, you know, the whole experience of watching a film. I just thought it would have been really cool. But yeah, so I decided to build my own. I think the sort of decor items for like the theatre / cinema are from the Get Famous pack. I don't really know why. I mean, I don't really play the game properly, so I haven't experienced why why we have those items, but they work for this build, so I'm very grateful for them, and I like using them. I think they look really cool. So yeah, so using like the big sort of billboard, movie billboards for the top of the build and for the walls and sides and stuff. And I also built a little car park, which I thought was quite cool. Yeah, and a few debug items like the fountain and like the sort of like mail newspaper box things. I don't know, just to make it a bit more commercial. So yeah, so on the inside, so it's 2 stories, there's 4 screens. I added in obviously toilets, and there's a storeroom, and there's also a staff room. And then at the back I added like a children's play area as well, just because there's some extra space, and I just thought it'd be a nice little addition for the kids to have something to do, maybe after they've watched like a kids movie, or it's just a way for them to hang out as well. So yeah, so the 2 screens there at the front, they are a bit of a strange shape, they are very small, and it does mean that one poor soul has to sit by themselves, but I'm sure they don't mind. And I added in the toilets, I've got the foyer, also those like curtain walls I thought worked really well because obviously it's a cinema, and I put in the sort of counter / bar where you would maybe buy your tickets and you'd get your snacks and your popcorn, and I really liked the sort of stairs going around the side of that. I thought it worked quite well, and I love that they're light up as well. I think they're from Get Famous too, I'm not sure. I did size up these sort of popcorn drums just because I just thought it looked a lot better and more realistic, but I'm not 100% sure if they can be used that way. It was more for like purely aesthetic reasons really, to be honest. But I added in some sort of fridge like vending machines and stuff just at the front, like a magazine / leaflet rack, like a bottle shelf, and yeah, I thought, you know, the foyer looked quite good. Like I said, it's just kind of like a maybe a family run independent cinema, you know, it's not your big Odeon or Cineworld or anything, but you know, it looks pretty spot on, I thought. And cinemas always have weird carpet as well, so I put in that kind of stripy zebra looking one, because I thought it matched quite well. And obviously spotlights on the floor, make it all theatrical. So yeah, so I'm just popping in these bottom screens. Like I said, they are really small, so not many people are going to fit in, but you know, it is what it is. It's like an old-fashioned small cinema, so it's fine. Just popping in the staff room as well. So I made it a little bit dingy, a little bit run down. I feel like staff rooms are always kind of like the last thing that companies improve on. So they've got kind of like lockers in there, they've got a vending machine, corkboard, fridge, microwave, stuff like that. And I used the table and chairs, which were kind of like remastered versions from Sims 1, they've got with Eco. Just because I thought they looked the best. It's kind of like the old kind of canteen style, and I just thought it looked quite cool, like a kind of afterthought, the staff are. And I'm just putting in the bathrooms. I also noticed at the moment I keep getting these kind of glitches where stairs and stairs railings are coming through the walls. So you can see it there in the bathroom, so kind of like the side of the stairs are showing through the wall. And I had it in another build where I had a round roof and it kept kind of coming through the floor, and it was just driving me nuts. But I don't know if it's a glitch in the game for everyone else or if it's just mine, I don't know. But if you have that problem too, let me know. So yeah, so just building it upstairs, I put like a little mini bar in there. These are the two slightly larger screens. They are still quite small, but they are the larger screens. I mean, everyone still has to sit in twos. But it could be like a date night cinema. That's the experience, you know, it's very intimate. And, you know, I think it worked. I thought it worked well altogether. So there's a mini bar upstairs where you can get your sort of like last minute drinks to take into your screen if you've already come upstairs. Also, I have to apologise, this build is really chaotic because I obviously didn't focus on one room at a time or one section at a time. I literally did a tiny little bit and then moved somewhere else and then went back again and then moved somewhere else because I keep finding things that I wanted to use elsewhere. So it's not a good looking Speedbuild. It's a bit chaotic, but we do get there in the end. So I'm hoping you can actually enjoy it. I kind of messed up the layout of this build upstairs. Obviously between the two screens there's like a square and I didn't know what to put there at all. So I ended up just turning it into two bathrooms. Now I put the doors by the screens, and I know in real life, if someone walked down the aisle in front of the screen, opened a door with loads of light flooding in, you'd be absolutely fuming. But it's The Sims, and they never do, you know, what's socially acceptable or what you want them to do. So it's just the way it is, I'm afraid. But yeah, I mean, it looks okay, and it's, you know, it's a used space, it's fine. I gave them a storeroom as well, so I had the idea that they would have like maybe old merchandise, old movie posters, bags of popcorn where they're just kind of storing it. And then yeah, so outside I put like a play area for the kids and tables and chairs that the parents can just like basically wait for their children to stop having fun. And just made it look a bit more realistic. Like I added in some like a bit of litter from Eco, because if you've got a commercial lot there's always going to be at least one little litter bug ruining the place. I put loads more movie posters and billboards around because obviously they've got to get their marketing spot on. And graffiti, because when will I ever not use graffiti on a commercial build? Pretty much every single time I put it in there somewhere. And yeah, just sort of fixing where I put bits and bobs, like I put a bin and like the sort of commercial like vents and things, just to make it look realistic. And see, I told you it's so chaotic. I'm just going back and forth everywhere. I'm just sort of trying to find things in debug and what have you. But yeah, I mean, I am pretty pleased with this. I think it turned out quite well. I mean, it kind of worked and looks how I kind of envisioned it to look before I started building it. I think we're quite limited with what we can actually use to make it look realistic. I put some big character like cutouts. So like, you know, in cinemas where They've always got like a lot of characters you can take your pictures with. I thought it was quite a cute addition. Just for the kids. All the adults, you know, you might enjoy that too. I wanted it to look like, realistic. I know I've said that a million times, but I wanted it to look realistic, like you would go to the cinema and this is how you'd expect it to sort of appear. But I was really pleased with it. I mean, I know obviously it's never going to be spot on because we don't have the capability to make a lot like this. We don't have the lock trait or anything. It's not something that we can do for real. But yeah, let me know what you think. I hope you do like it. I love building stuff like this, so I'm probably going to do more kind of commercial lots and things, but let me know what you think. I hope you liked it. Screenshots coming up.